What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Dharmaverse. This week, I have the pleasure of being joined by my good friend Qing, who is a pioneer in the consciousness tech space. And whereas we are creating sci-fi to explore the future of religion and spirituality, in the near future, Qing is boots on the ground creating a real life community based in Thailand called Zenaya, which is, as the name suggests, influenced by both Buddhist practices such as meditation, breathing, visualizations, with the use of ayahuasca, an indigenous consciousness expanding medicine, which also we believe, that he believes, and I share in this belief, is conducive towards spiritual awakening, towards the practice of and the healing also on the spiritual journey. So without further ado, my good friend Qing, let's just hang out. Recording has already started. Okay. So, hey Qing.
Hi.
We are here. I am here joined with Qing on what is our first podcast, I guess, an actual podcast. So we've all seen Joe Rogan, we've seen Lex Friedman. These are some of the major podcasts that have now become a new form of media. But this podcast is about spirituality because Dharmaverse is a sci-fi that explores the future of spirituality and religion. And we have here Qing, who is starting a new religion called Zenaya. Tell us a little bit more about this.
It's a curated journey. Yes. I wouldn't call it religion. It's a way of living that incorporates personal development and the practice of love, practice of compassion and also positivity and also with technologies
And ayahuasca.
Yes.
And in other plant medicines.
Yes.
As far as I know.
Yes.
Okay. So for me, I have a personal connection with Zenaya. It's has a tremendous synergy, tremendous common ground with me personally in terms of Zen, this Buddhist influence, and the place also that you guys are in the process of where you have hosted your ceremonies is called Amaravati, which is a very important place in a part of Buddhist history. It was where the Kala Chakra was taught by the Buddha. And legend has it that the entire people of the Shambhala, of the mythical place, the pure land, Beiyul, known as Shambhala, actually was magically teleported to Amaravati and received the Qing of Shambhala went to receive this teaching from Buddha himself, Sakyamuni Buddha. And anyway, so
through daily practice, we can start to heal ourselves. I think that is also a spiritual experience that we normally don't have, especially nowadays.
That's really good. Zenaya, I think even though you don't think of it as a new religion, but I'm a sci-fi writer, right? We carry so much baggage when we think about religion. For example, you have like a son who becomes a monk and decides to leave all his ambitions. Also, plant medicines will lead people to have schizophrenia or like lose their minds, right? So
Yes, that's why I always recommend practices before taking any plant medicine, either yoga practice or certain type of, even sports, like that's require certain amount of, stillness and stamina that will definitely help us to navigate through the medicine experience. Of sadness or this this fear and come back to breathing. Yes.
So that's kind of like Qing's, this is literally like episode 1, right? But let me just say that it's really exciting doing something totally new. And what Zenaya represents to me is like something really precious, which is, they're giving people with no access to plant medicines in Asia. So their shaman has had, he's a lineage holder of the Shipibos, and but he's also a Buddhist monk, double authenticity there. And also it's like carrying with it a lot of like very exciting things happening in the West. What I see like communities in upstate New York, around California, when I first became aware of the plant medicines like ayahuasca, I had my first experience in 2019 in Northern California. And I can say that legitimately it changed my life. And it was like a sacred experience. I had a religious experience. I felt death, and I also felt like a compassion from being a demon. It's more than a trend. I think this is kind of a movement. And this movement is it's really gaining a lot of momentum, I see, and it's bringing tremendous value, so much value that I personally actually I brought my mother into like this plant medicine community, and I've worked through so much of my personal dramas is exploding into the people's awareness in cities like in New York or in the Bay Area, right? And it has really positive impact. And you guys are making it available in Asia, which is incredible. And also adding like this component that is, I think, will really take off specific to this geographical region is, I think, Buddhism, really the Dharma, Zen, right? It is the perfect blend between ayahuasca, plant medicine, and Zen Buddhism or Buddhism, Dharma in general. How is that going to work, right? How are we going to like create but that's the exciting part, the not knowing, and then you have to go figure it out. Yeah. We have to figure this out, just like, Dharmaverse, like how we're going to create a whole sci-fi universe, and also to have Dharma imbued into the structure, into the world, like the rainbow.
Yeah, yes. And then I exactly in the East, like when we said about the Buddhism and the Zen Buddhists, yes, that's one of the explanations. And then that, I think, will also, bring help us to be more related to our own culture. 我不知道我要说什么了，刚忘记了。
Qing's too high. Sorry, guys. Qing is too high for this interview. This is, okay, but long story short, okay, listen guys, this is our first podcast. I'm really excited to have our first guest. Words cannot describe a lot of things, but anyways.
But the thing is, we have to try to how describe it, and like so people can understand.
Community of plant medicine combined with Buddhism, with Dharma. Actually, this is what I want to say is that I think Dharma is more universal than Buddhism. Because Dharma is kind of like Dao. This is like almost the same thing. In a way. It's just like it has. Maybe Qing, you can be part of the Dharmaverse story. Like you become like the Messiah of the Zenaya, like a denomination of
a spaceship. I think Zenaya could
you have your own country. You have your own country basically.
Yes, we have our own spaceship to navigate through the. I would love to become part of, this fiction, this.
Yeah. Dharmaverse. You're part of Dharmaverse already. Like it's not your choice. You are our number 3 patron. Our number 3 patron, by the way, guys. We have 4 patrons. We're gonna build this mala. Every time you turn the mala, the community will reach a goal and something will be released. That's a very advanced feature. Thank you, Qing, for contributing this wonderful idea. Okay, so what we have is the next feature is that when you reach a full 21 rotation, guess what happens?
Ding!
A vase appears. A beautiful Buddhist vase appears, and then each time that you complete a full circle, there's going to be some liquid added to the vase, and this liquid you can drink right away. So if you click, it's like and then you earn points. Okay, so that's your personal points, and these points are called karma. Okay, so they will have use later on, but if you don't drink for karma, if you don't drink the water, it'll keep adding, and something interesting might happen. So the idea is that we're kind of creating like experiences that are meant to be like secrets, kind of like hidden. I'm not gonna dangle a reward in your face, but like clicking on the mala, you are evoking sort of this divine energy from. So there's this component, right? Like I believe personally. And I think Qing is also like fake Buddhist.
What do you mean fake Buddhist?
No, he's the real deal. He went to Vipassana for 3 months. Silent retreat.
1 month.
1 month.
30 days.
And look at him. He's actually sitting in a lotus. He sits like the Buddha. So pro. so pro.
Well, there is definitely but there is some takes practice and a lot of painful thoughts, and it's a way of I think that's one of the way of living is with plant medicines. When we come back, we still need to practice in life in order to get the benefit out of the journey. Many of us, it's not a way to look for the ultimate answer and then that's it. It's you get to see a map, and then when we come back, we know how to walk the way. So, and then it takes practice and behavioral change and thought change, this consciousness shift, and mindfulness to integrate the experience. The real benefit for the people who go through the medicine journey.
It's all about acquiring a critical mass of positive vibration, mainly. I think of it in terms of vibration, actually. So a place carries a vibration, a person carries a vibration, a prayer carries a vibration, and a community, a really like beautiful, powerful community with plant medicine part of it, is it carries like almost like vibration times. It's like the vibration is like compounding, like if you have critical mass, if you just get like 12 people, I think, part of the Zenaya community, then like, anybody comes, the real healing is not even the medicine, or it's not one thing, it's not like, it's all things, it's the vibration. Like vibration ultimately is what has impact on people, they feel something, right? Like when I was at Noya, for example, it's like the music contributed, but like it's everything. The place, the view, the house, the decorations, the people there, each person there, the participants, like once you reach a critical mass, then like basically you would have the power to that magnetism to essentially like turn the negative vibrations to the polar opposite, to just like, it's like you just have to reach critical mass. You guys are at this point where maybe you are also thinking like whether you should commit more, like go all in. Once you have that, just that vibration, that vibration will be reflected in every day, like going back to do the same thing, to try to solve any problem that comes your way. It's not a question of whether it's possible anymore, because you are 100% sure that what you're doing is the right thing, and success is not, it's just a matter of time, and more importantly, it doesn't even matter, because you are doing your life's work, doing also the most compassionate work that benefits people, society, the world, and your friends, right? Everybody, the most.
Like also, yes, like you know,
me,
like,
yeah.
More time with people you care and love.
Mordecai, you're gonna be on this show next, okay? We're gonna do.
Yes, Mordecai, it's it's a great brothers of ours.
Also a psychedelic researcher, spiritual warrior, also a member of the Zenaya. Next year is gonna be the year I'm gonna be in Thailand. I'm gonna go to Chiang Mai to go to Zenaya. I think what Zenaya could be is like a spiritual,
like an epicenter of the plant medicine of Asia.
A little bit about this place. Like, is it in a forest? It's by water. It's like just have a good view.
Yes, it's on top of a hill.
Okay.
It's more like a meditation sanctuary. That it's the architecture. It's more like square, like a fortress, like a temple, like a courtyard. So it has the different so it's very geometrical building shapes, and on top of a hill, so you get the breeze. So when you're on the second floor, even on the first floor, it has a lot of air that flows through the whole space. Mm-hmm. Inside, in the middle of the courtyard, there is the Buddha's temple. Yes.
Yeah. It's a temple. It's an actual temple in the center.
It's like a mini temple. Mm. Yeah, more like there's a Buddha structure, statues, and then little meditation areas around it. Yes, it's pretty airy. It has a pool. It has a soft water pool.
It's a pool?
Yeah, it has a pool, swimming pool.
It's a hot tub?
It's outside of next to the meditation center.
Oh.
Steam room, a fire pit place. They can be there to work on their own projects, remotely. Creativity. But also I feel like the points, what it consists of communities that they have to work. They have to serve the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
They have to serve the medicine. They have to somehow serve the community, either for cooking for the for the retreat goers.
Like the protector.
Yeah, the guardians,
the
guardians of the east and north.
Guardian
Exactly.
of Zenaya, yeah.
Like you have the restaurants in the east side, and then or in the south. I forgot which one. But basically, you can be responsible. They serve the plant medicine, but not everybody is doing that. So it's we have a good news. We just recently had a new guardians join our.
Who?
It's called Gigi.
Gigi?
Yes, she is a Chinese girl living in Chiang Mai.
Ah.
Yes, for quite some years and pre-pandemic. So now she becomes. She recently just decided to join Zenaya and she's a great experienced guide. Also, she also knows a lot of people and especially, also have experiences with plant medicines as well.
Mm.
So she's also believe in the mission that, bring more, accessible, bring plant medicine more accessible. Yeah, become more accessible to people who need it. Mm-hmm.
My Chinese name is Gigi.
Gigi.
Yeah.
Gigi.
So she has like the same name as
Yeah, Gigi, yeah.
Gigi.
Gigi, yes.
Anyway, Gigi also means good game if you're a StarCraft player.
Yes, in any kind of a video game, yes, it's kind of GG. It's a good game.
It means that you lost. It means that you got beat.
Oh,
okay. Anyway, so we Zenaya, I'm super excited. This community that's forming, that's got a new member. Religion has like flourished in this world, and there's these new societies. Basically, everybody connects with each other by routine ceremonies. Like
that will be amazing. That will be like we will resolve a lot of things, and we will create unbelievable, creations. We'll transcend to another, era of human civilization.
Imagine Zenaya being a nation, then like they would have like a ceremony week, for example, where like the whole country, everybody, they form their own circles, and then they would like hold ceremony, and they could all be sharing something together. Zenaya could be a Sangha of the future. There are all kinds of mutants, right? So like there's also, you can turn into like a Wookiee.
What's Guardian?
Gaian?
Gaian? Mm-hmm.
Gaian, this is the animal kingdom, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're like, they all worship and they all do plant medicine together.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Religions, like what is the universal component of all the spiritual practices of the world? It has a component of losing the ego, heightened states of consciousness, such as when we experience the like total oneness with the universe, such as when we experience like pure compassion, like love towards every sentient being in this world. These states of minds where you become singularly focused, where almost like emptiness becomes infinite possibility. When you have perfect stillness, your whole brainwaves actually change, right? So really we're envisioning a world where that is like the common thing.
What's the priority in life, and then what's more important, like to I get people have different jobs and backgrounds, but whether they're aware that the decision they make is if they're aligned with their bodies, with the environment, with the Tao, like I think that's it, rather than this like what are the original intention of what they are doing, what the things that they are doing, is it based out of fears or based of like love, like for the good better of the society or like everyone and including himself or herself too.
We live in the age also of billionaires, of super mega stars. I think like what is a Dharma society is one where perhaps it's not those people who have the most respect. Spiritual leaders, true spiritual leaders, when they find a foothold at least to compete against the Elon Musks and the Donald Trumps. And I think Qing is going to be one of those spiritual leaders of the future.
Yeah, when I stop playing, yes.
And you create real autonomy also in other people, right? So they don't have to look up to you like, oh, we need everything to answer from Qing. No, it's actually like you will pass on this autonomy in people so that they flourish their lives. That is also a sign of when Dharma is true. If it has the pure intentions, because it's compassion also. Once they have that abundance, they would also be on a mission also to spread that abundance to try to help the people with the least amount. Just beginning.
So grateful for all the supporters, like Peyton and Kay, like my mom and Jem, Mordechai, Wayne, and just to really everybody's contribute their own part, own way of living the Dharmas and improve the overall people's life. And I think thank you so much for everyone that's appearing in our life. Yes.
Yeah, we have a growing community. Yeah.
And also, the community becomes, it's everyone has their own unique talents and then specialties they can contribute to the newcomers and the new participants, and also help each other succeed in career or in family life. I think that's pretty rewarding, even though it's very difficult in terms of like what you just said about egos, about when the ego comes, are we aware of that, or is it, are we not patient anymore, or what is the right way to, the right way to approach? We are retreat based, so we run almost every month we have a retreat so far, and we also do events in Asia, so local events like in the major cities usually the greater Chinese area, also in Chiang Mai. So yeah, we were pretty busy and running around to gather, more, to make more meetings with our old participants and new participants.
The charismatic Qing, his incredible grace, his storytelling ability, but also his vibrant just his happiness, his wonderful energy, network of friends that see him as who he is, right? All of that would attribute to the success. And of course, now you have a team. Thank you guys for attending this, for watching our inaugural podcast episode with Qing, talking about ayahuasca, talking about this community, Zenaya, doing what we're passionate about.
Yes, also all this, how this practice can help us to navigate or integrate into our daily life. A lot of practice. It's a lot of practice.
We all need practice.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.